What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on the season review the round 1 review of the NRL season. And in this video I'm going to go just over each game and who I think will win and why, and maybe some players as well who I think will be the best players on ground. So to start us off with, I'm just going to go to the NRL website and then we'll go from round 1, game 1. Okay, so round 1 sees Manly take on the Panthers. Now in this one it's surprisingly no favourite here. It's even at $1.90 currently at the moment on Sportsbet. Look, my overall thought on these teams is great. I love how both teams perform. They put in a lot of effort, and I believe that these teams are gonna go far this year if they use their players right and they use their advantages right. And what else? Okay, so the game's at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith. I think with a home crowd, going off the home crowd and the home stadium of the Panthers team, I reckon that the Panthers will just get the win on this. Now I'm not doubting Manly. I think that they will try in this game, even though it's the first game of the season. I think they will try, and their big players will step up. But whether it's enough to get the job done, I really don't think so against the Panthers. They get all the players back. Brian Toho, Jerome Luai, Charlie Staines, and a bunch of big name players. So I think that for that game, I'm going to be tipping the Panthers by a 13 plus margin or a 1-10 margin. The next game is very intriguing. It sees the Raiders take on the Sharks. Now for this one, once again, at the moment as it currently stands, I'm recording this video, it is $1.90 shared on the Sportsbet. So Raiders and Sharks, look, this is a tough one because Raiders can be inconsistent at times, and then so can Sharks. But then Raiders, on the other hand, can be a powerhouse at times when they have a fully fit team. So can Sharks. And I think with the new coach at Sharks, they'll be looking for a sense of direction. In this game, doesn't have the team players for some reason, so I'll see if I can suss that out later. But for now, I reckon this game will be a high scorer. I think that, look, it's anyone's game, but it's at Canberra, Raiders home ground, and Raiders, they're looking strong. They're out to make a statement for the first ever game of their season. So I'm going to back here the Raiders, not convincingly. Again, probably not 13 plus, probably a 1-10. I reckon Sharks will put up a fight and get the job done. And if it's not 1-10, it'll also be 13 plus. But yeah, I'm more leaning towards 1-10. The next game on that same night, Friday the 11th of March, sees the arch rivalries Bunnies take on the Broncos. Now, it's unknown whether Aaron Reynolds will play for this game for the Broncos because due to the COVID protocols and stuff. But 8:05 on Friday, so the Bunnies are a favourite $1.28 and the Broncos are $3.60. Now both sides have extremely good players. like I don't see Broncos get much wins over previous years. Some years they've been good, some years they've been bad. So it's sort of up and down with them. They got a lot of great players in their side, and then you look at the Rabbitohs. They've also got some great players, but well-known players as well, who always step up and put on those big wins. As we've seen over the years, the Bunnies have had so much wins in games. So this game is at Brisbane home ground. Now, some would say Brisbane home ground advantage. The Broncos crowd to back them up. But even though I think they'll put up the fight and they'll be determined to win, I don't see them doing it in the first round. So therefore, I'm going against the home side and I'm going the Rabbitohs by 13 plus. I think if I had to choose a try scorer, probably Alex Johnston, and I think Latrell's back, so I'll put him in there too, and Tane Mill I'll put in. But yeah, like I feel sorry for Broncos fans because their round one is probably one of their toughest games this season. Is their first game in round one, and of course I'll be watching. Everyone will be watching this game with excitement and anticipation on the final game on Friday night. Moving on to the next game, it sees Saturday 12th of March, the day before my birthday. Roosters take on the Knights at Sydney Cricket Ground. Now, Sydney Cricket Ground is a great venue, and Roosters they want to get the home ground advantage behind them. And with Roosters making big statements this year, as we've seen in the news and media and stuff, leading into this round one, they're looking to improve better and better. And I think James Tedesco, their captain, will influence them to steer them in the right direction. Otherwise, known as Knights, on the other hand, they're an up and down team. I don't hate the Knights. Knights are a cool team. I've always found the Knights awesome. And 3 p.m. cricket. So it's $1.25. Roosters to Knights $4. I don't see Knights winning this. Again, Knights will have points in this. I'm not sure how many. If I had to guess off the top of my head, probably about 20 points. 10 to 20 points, no more. Against the Roosters outfit, who's first game of the season for Roosters and Knights, and they're both looking to step up and come out and put on a show for the fans, as always, as all the team starts. Pardon me again. And that'll be a blockbuster game. So make sure you're watching that, guys, if you can. And same day, Saturday, 12th of March, 5:30, Sunshine Coast Stadium. I actually wanted to go to this game, but there's going to be plenty this year to go to. But it's my Dragons taking on the Warriors. Now, there's some question marks on some Dragons players, whether they'll play, and maybe even Warriors too. So it all depends on that decision for me. But for this one, knowing a Dragons Warriors game, it'll be a low score. Maybe even 1 point. Whoever wins might win by 1 or 2 points. But in this case, I'm just going to go by head and my heart and go with the Dragons. Warriors will play well, but I think Dragons will get the job done. The last 3 games is the Tigers take on the Storm. For this one, I reckon the Storm will be a machine and they will smash the West Tigers. I love the Tigers. They've got a lot of good recruits, but they're just not doing enough for me, and I think people can back me up on that when I say Tigers are the bottom of the barrel. They're good when they're good sometimes, then they step up. But for this one, at $3.85 to $1.25, you've got to back the Storm. The next game is on the next day, the Sunday, the last two games is Eels taking on the Titans. Titans are looking for a good year this year. A lot of their fans are hoping to get the impression that they've got new recruits, they've got everyone they want, and they're gonna step up. But being at Para's home ground, at Para being $1.50 favourites, with the likes of Sevo, Clint Gutherson, Reid Marnie, Nathan Brown, all the guys. I think Paulo as well. The best way to persuade in this one would be Eels. But with Titans putting in the battle, I could see a 1-10, a possible 1-10, if not 13 plus. Now the last game is, I don't believe this is even again $1.90. The Bulldogs taking on the Cowboys. Oh my god! So with this, Bulldogs have such great recruits, but against Cowboys, it's going to be tough, and both teams want to show their strengths in this first round to give them a head start and a booster towards the 22 season. And that game's at Cowboys Stadium, Country Bank Stadium.
Don't be late again.
And the game is at 6:15, so that's not a bad time for a game. And I think that although Bulldogs, they're big stars, are gonna want to be there for the side and want to score as much tries as possible to try and beat the Cowboys, and there's enough points. But I'm leaning towards, this is a tough one to call. Bulldogs could win, but then Cowboys could win, but then Bulldogs could win. It's just a tough one. But for now, I'm gonna stick with Cowboys at home with home ground advantage, and I reckon 13 plus for them. If I'd choose a try scorer, I'd go Ruben Cotter and Valentine Holmes and who else? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll go for some try scorers for the other teams now. For Storm, George Jennings, Jerome Hughes, Harry Grant, Cam Munster. For Dragons, I like Zach Lomax. I like Ravalawa, Ben Hunt, Tarek Sims. Yeah, Tarek Sims. Who else? No, I'm forgetting my own team. And Blake Laurie, he's good. I like him. Amon Sullivan and Tyrell Sloan. For the Roosters, we're gonna have Tedesco. We're gonna have Luke Keary. We're gonna have Boyd Cordner. Oh no, sorry, he's retired. We're gonna have Morris. I believe the Morris brothers are still in Roosters. If they're not back from injury, they'll be back soon, so I like them. And for Knights, let's just say Kalen Ponga for Knights. I don't know what else. Broncos, Rabbitohs, I said the players for them. Broncos, Alex Glenn,